Harry Boomer, who's been getting reaction from the neighborhoods, and that's where the suspect targeted, the victim, Robert Godwin. So he's 74 years old, senior. And Harry, what's the latest and what are people saying this evening?
Well, right now it is fairly quiet. A few people are driving by, stopping, asking us where did it happen. We tell them right over there by a double gated fence right there, essentially where it happened about 2 o'clock this afternoon when 37-year-old Stevens pulled up, parked his car, got out of his car, walked over to 74-year-old Robert Godwin and just asked him a couple of questions and shot him to death. Folks in this community are very concerned and very afraid. The chief and the mayor talked about 2 families being affected by this. We can now add a third. That is the family of the lady who called in the 911. They are absolutely mortified. They are very much afraid of what might happen in that. Mr. Stevens is still out here on the streets, and we know he has killed, and he has vowed to kill again. The lady who was sitting with her door open, says she heard something that sounded like a firecracker. She just peeked out and saw him walk across the street, get in his car, and just drive away. Now, East 93rd and Carr, near where it all happened, dead ends, sort of almost at 90. You can't get on 90 from here. But if you go to MLK that way or East 71st that way, you can go to 90, you can go to Pennsylvania, you can go anywhere you want to with 5 minutes driving. So no telling where he is right now. Of course, we're still looking for him. The lady who saw this has a heart condition, and she is very much concerned. Her family is afraid for her health, as well afraid for their safety, saying this guy could come back and try and harm them because she was able to, in effect, identify him. She is so afraid, in fact, she has painted over her address that was on her step. She said, I don't want anybody to use my address. I've looked down here. I've painted over the address. I don't want my address known. And that is how scared she is and her family is for her. At East 93rd and Carr, Harry Boomer, Cleveland 19.
My goodness. All right. It's palpable out there.
Yeah, it is.
That neighborhood, no stranger to violence, but this is the worst kind. It's random. It was unprovoked.
Easter Sunday, and on Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday. Again, we're talking about the victim himself, Robert Godwin Sr., 74 years old. He was walking down 93rd. This was described to us by his family members. He just had Easter dinner with his family when Steve Stevens came up and ended his life. Completely tragic and unnecessary. And by Stevens' manifesto, he was doing it as such, simply to get back at those individuals and organizations that he felt were, quote, driving him crazy. And of course, the individuals in his life who he says didn't care about him.
Of course, we're going to go to the family sound from the family that we got earlier today from our Shani Stunning.
He's a good guy.
Very good-hearted.
Keep the shirt off his back. And I'm not just saying that for these cameras, like people do, knowing that they people really ain't right, but I'm telling the truth. This man right here was a good man. And I just hate, I hate he's gone. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm going to do. It's not real.
I feel like my heart is going to stop. It feel like
you'll be all right.
It feel like it's going to stop.
You're going to be all right.
It feel like it's going to stop.
I know I say this every time, Chris, but it's just so painful to watch the suffering of that family. So random. Yeah. And of course, the suspect is Steve Stevens, was 6'1".